Hi, welcome on our stream. I am in my normal clothes again, and I also have a wall. I took a liberty of painting it off stream, and now the pretty much the last thing to do with this workshop rearrangement is to move all of the tools from the previous wall onto this one. And then I also want to install some lamps. I bought lamps like that. And then also some fancy light bulbs that were more expensive than the lamps. That's a nice amber kind of color. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think amber. And they stick out quite a bit. We'll see how it will look like. So first I need to probably measure the span of everything, because you know, this is drywall, so I have to adjust the distance between the hooks, the anchors and everything, to the wooden posts in here. They are every 60 centimeters. This is 105. So I will have to do it probably in here. 105. It would be something like that. And then this lower section, it will have to be in the middle. Because now this section is to the side like that. It will have to be in the middle, because I have to attach this one onto two posts from each side. And then I'm not sure about this drill holder, how I'm gonna attach that. Maybe I will just attach this to drywall and put some kind of either wooden board or some particle board from the other side. I will still think about this. And then of course I need to move this, not this part, like, you know, the long plane rest stand or table, however you want to call it. Okay, something like this. Moving to with all the tools attached would probably not be a very good idea, so I have to move everything onto the workbench. Oh, maybe. That should be everything. I have? Okay, so 60 centimeters. I think 60. It's 63 and a half between the outer edges. So if this is 105, let's say 63. And the writing tool. 105 63. How much is 105 minus 63? That's like 42. 105 minus 63, 42. And divided by 2 will be 21. So 21 in here, 21 in here, and then I probably want to add a centimeter, or maybe 1.5. Yeah, let's say 1.5, so this would be 22.5, 22.5, so it will be 45, yeah, and distance in here will be 60. 60 is definitely. Yeah, 60 will be pretty much right in the middle. How do I place it with all those screws in here? A lot of those screws are sticking out on the other side. I don't really want them to damage the wall, because I will probably, well, I will definitely eventually replace this, and I expect that maybe I will replace it soon. But also on the other hand, if this would be just a couple of like small pinholes, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But there are some bigger ones, so I will try to have them. I probably won't succeed. Yeah, too hard. Too hard for this. And this will be too slow. How about replacing them with some shorter ones? Not that feasible. Okay, a hammer. Mute for a second. Okay, that's enough. So now I was saying that it has to be 22.5 from the edge. Twenty-two and a half. here. Then 22.5 from here. And between them should be 60. Yeah. Is this small enough? It is. And here. Where is the measuring tape pin? So this is on this side. Ah, 60 will be fine. Maybe I will do a bit less than 60. Now I want to keep the same height, and in here the previous height was not that easy to measure it. Roughly 175, 173 to 5. So they will be here and here. Next question. next question is, do those screws react to magnets? They do. Okay. Let's say 173. And then here. So no screw here. Some screws in here. Looks like nothing here. That's too awkward. And this is roughly consistent. Okay, that should be fine. Now I want to use those hooks. I hope that they won't be too problematic. Hello, East Side. And it's just painted, this guy. It wasn't too, the painting wasn't too long, so I thought that I might as well do it off stream. Yeah, at first I wanted to stream on when was that? Tuesday. I wanted to stream on Tuesday, but then I had some problems. I broke a paint tray, and then I couldn't find the burnisher for the card scrapers because, as I said, I prefer to use card scraper for the plaster because it's much quicker, much less mess and everything. So yeah, eventually I just didn't stream, and there is another. Okay, so this is where's helper? Like 4.5 maybe. I do have 4.5. And maybe I will start with this one. Okay, the ads should be over. So yeah, as I was saying, I prefer to, as I was saying before, I prefer to use card scrapers for taking off excess, at least at first, taking off excess plaster. Then for the like final touches, I do sand the surface, but at first to get rid of majority of material, I do scraping, and it is much easier, much quicker, and makes much less mess. But the disadvantage is that card scrapers get dull very quickly from doing that. So you know, it's quite a significant trade-off. However, for this wall, I managed to do everything on just one sharpening, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And yeah, it does have some imperfections, but overall I think it's good enough, especially considering the fact that it will be mostly covered. And yeah, because I broke a paint tray, I had to paint this entire wall with a small paint roller. It was quite painful. How long are these hooks? Okay, maybe I will extend the drill bit a bit. And again. I can't wait to see how everything will look like in here with all of the lighting, with the new lamps somewhere in here above the toe wall, and those fancy light bulbs that were more expensive than the lamps. How do you screw in hooks like that? Is there some special method? Or some special tool? Anything better? Anything from here maybe? Maybe this? I could see that working reasonably well. The way you are doing it is how you do it. Where was that? When was that? 3 minutes ago. How was I doing this 3 minutes ago? Just with those pliers? Yeah, that seems like a terrible method. Hopefully this will be correct. Here and here. Okay. hopefully the entire wall won't fall apart. Everything will be fine, everything will be perfect. This goes, I don't remember, in here I think. No, wait. Here is the place. Oh, I see. I see here. No, I don't remember. I do know that this definitely goes in here. These go in here, something like that. This in here, I think. And this. You can get attachment for a drill, but I know how you are about power tools. I don't really have super strong opinion about power tools. Like especially a drill, I would be fine with having okay, maybe not having an. I wouldn't have a problem with using an attachment for a drill, for a portable battery operated drill like that. But I would have two problems with some kind of attachment. First, that I would have to buy it, and I don't want to spend money on something like that. Well, maybe if I was doing that as a job for all day, every day, then maybe it will be reasonable, but just for one-offs like that, I don't think it's, even if it's very cheap, I don't think it makes sense. And second problem, that I would have to store it somewhere. You like buying things? Yeah, of course. But yeah, I think this, how is it called? Tap wrench for tapping threads. I think this works very, very well as, you know, this. Yeah, it's for the taps, like for holding. For holding this. Yeah, you can squeeze the bend part, the L part of the hook with that opening, and just rotate the entire wrench. That's quite easy and quick, and it's not a single-use tool. Okay, I still don't remember anything in here. I remember that this was hanging somewhere, and then I had those two. Okay, and they were separated by this and here, and then I think this in here, or in here, and this in this in here, and this in here, and then this in here. Okay, I think it was like that. Here, this is broken now. Yeah, eventually I will have to make a new board like that. Maybe I will do something with French cleats, because now I have this wooden frame, so I can do I can easily screw stuff into the wall of the boards for French cleats and stuff like that. and this went in here. Now the lower section. I don't have huge amount of work to do today because after I'm done with that, with all of those tools, those spaces, spots for the tools, and with lamps, that will be it for today. And then tomorrow I will be making. Hopefully, I will also finish making the light stand because yeah, I hate buying things. And I also can't afford any more things in general. So I have to make light stand myself after spending all of my money, after spending more money than I had on a lamp. I expect that this is almost 60. I was expecting wrong. Yeah, this could actually work. And I'm doing again this stupid thing when I install all of this stuff on the bottom and then drill holes on the top so that everything gets covered with dust. And yeah, I never learn. Actually, I probably wouldn't be able to start from the top because I had to place this part to see when I want to where I want to install those lamps. How will they look like? Okay, so as I was saying, oh, it's a problem. It's a huge problem. This can't go like that. There is another option. I can attach the lower part to upper part. I also didn't actually check whether this is level. It should of course be level if I was measuring from the floor on both sides, but floor in here I don't think is level. Yeah, it's not level. Should I worry about this though? I probably shouldn't. I don't think I have anything in here that would that being or not being level would affect. Okay, so then and now these brackets are in the front. So I can put this in here. Where is the other screw? There is no other screw. I think those are these ones. Yeah. I should definitely add more brackets because I don't trust this well enough. Okay, what kind of brackets? Do I have anything here? I don't think I have any other brackets. Apart from maybe these that I wanted to use for connecting the shelves. Yeah, I can buy new ones for the shelves. Okay, now I think it is secure enough to trust it. Maybe it won't fall down. I like the fact that every tool creates an echo. This is the biggest one. This one. Okay, I think now, well, I will still need to, how am I supposed to attach that thing? Maybe in here? Yeah, this can go in here like that. What kind of screws? These ones seem good. torques 20. I don't have torques 20. That's very problematic. Do I have any other kind of screws? Well, I could just use those. Those are quite long. And this is 2, I think. Well, actually, it would be just this one. Yeah. And with that, I don't even need pilot holes. So as I already made holes. This doesn't seem very straight. Okay, so that's done. And now the slowest section. I don't even remember how this was attached. And what is the distance between those legs? have to modify that. Okay, so this will go in here. Maybe I can bring the camera closer. Columns of tables. Okay, so this has to go somewhere in here. Something like that. Maybe I could leave it like that. I don't think that there are some huge forces on those screws. Because the other option would be to modify this and add some kind of modify this and add some kind of board across between them, and then attach this wall, this board to the wall. But probably easier, quicker solution would be to just attach this between the posts. This is it was 80, right? From here to here is 85. And this was 60, 60, 22 and a half. Maybe if I attach this to be posted here, then it would line up reasonably well. Is it somewhere in here? Somewhere over here. Okay, here. Yeah, and this spot should be fine. This probably won't fit. Maybe, or an angle. Is very far off. Again. spot now. Okay, now it went in. Then the upper one. And on this side. It would be quite easy to do it with two people. If I'm just alone in here, maybe it's somehow doable to screw in a screw from this side and at the same time hold some kind of board from the other side. Where do I have a drill bit? Smaller the drill bit, not this one. Okay, here. Now some piece of something. Like this maybe? This is a bit too thick. Or maybe this. Maybe somehow it's doable. Now the upper one. First free drill. Okay, they both went into this piece of flooring. So now this can go in here, and this in here. And now I realize that they are just banging against the wall when I'm putting them away even. And this goes in. Okay, now I think next step would be to attach those lamps. So a bit further away, a bit higher. I never, well, actually not really never, I don't know right now how to deal with this thing. I never really encountered something like that. This is some kind of protective box for the connections. Usually with all these cons I was installing in the past, it was just dangling loosely inside of the opening in here. But now there is something like this, and I don't know, like, it doesn't seem to want to fit in here. So am I supposed to just put the entire thing through the wall? Maybe. Okay, maybe like this. So 1 and 2. And light bulbs. I think something like that. Maybe also it can be angled out slightly.
make this much. I don't want them too low, because then it would create a problem with retrieving tools. But also if they are too high, it would make the upper shelf too high, and I don't really want to put them over the upper shelf. Actually, how would they look in here? I should probably consider how am I gonna, like, what kind of angle, camera angle I would usually have. Is this good? Yeah, this distance of the workbench is fine, I think. So now the camera would go a bit further away and lower. Something like that, I think. So now I need a ladder. Oh, I was wondering about that sound. I need a ladder. Yeah, if I put them somewhere in here, for example, they would be outside the frame. In here, I think that's too low. Yeah, that's definitely too low. It has to be either on the side like that, or over the tools. Something like this. And then, of course, other one. Other one got the same sort of angle. Now I can see. How about this? Yeah, it's very inconvenient no matter what way I try to do it. I think I have to just go for it, install one of them, wire that and plug in, and then we'll see how it looks like. Because there is also a matter of light. How would light look like? And also I shouldn't have light overhead. So I should either just turn it off like this, or maybe move it to the front, change the arrangement of the lights in front of me a bit. It's actually fairly level. in the center. And then some screws for them. Anything in here? Not really. These are too small. How about those? They seem quite good. And first I also need a hole for the cable. Ten. Much more than 10. So this will be somewhere underneath, and here. And then I need a cable. I will need to reuse the cable. I think I need to reuse the cable. I need to get it in here. Yeah, I do have cables in there, but not a cable with a plug. Maybe I will actually take this one. This is from my workbench, so I won't be able to plug in the workbench anymore. Well, sockets. This is not the power strip. Sockets on the workbench. But I don't think I will need to in the immediate future. I hate those toolless electrical boxes. Okay, this is quite nice. Here, here, and here. Okay, I have to open this bit. Maybe with those. The fact that I don't have any kind of dedicated electrical tools right now, right here, right now, in here, is quite annoying. Ah, that's fine. Everything is doable. Now this goes in the hole. And then I hope they will actually fit in here. If not, then I'm just getting rid of this this weird like connection protector thingy.
I think this is specifically designed for you to stab yourself. Okay, almost open. And it's open. Now, will this fit? Oh, this is so annoying. I'm getting rid of that. Some small screwdriver. Okay, so this is neutral, this is live. And it does actually matter with lamps because at least theoretically neutral should be connected to this outer thread thing and this thread part, and light should be connected to here, to this more inner part, just so that you don't accidentally touch the threaded part. You don't accidentally electrocute yourself when you touch the threaded part while unscrewing the light bulb. What order of operations? This one is live, and this one is neutral. And those screws. They are weird. Maybe flathead would be better. Now, is it straight? It's not straight. Okay, I can straighten it a bit like this. So I guess it's fine. I can adjust the brightness eventually. I don't think I will be able to do it straight away. Okay, probably problems with shutter speed. What is the shutter speed? 200. Can I somehow change the values to go in between or something? Well, I will figure it out eventually, maybe off stream. So yeah, apart from a bit of a flicker, maybe a lot of flicker, I think this will be fine. How to get rid of flicker? If camera settings like this don't help, then I guess I could figure out something with driving this from DC instead of just AC or straight from the outlet. Yeah, the flicker is really distracting. Okay, I will figure it out. I forgot about this ladder. I will figure it out later. How to fix the problem. But right now, just in terms of position, I think this is fine. So then I can do the other one. you paid extra for that effect? For the flicker? I didn't pay extra for the flicker. I don't want flicker. I hope I will be able to reduce it with just camera settings, because if not, then it will have to be an electrical solution, which will be horrible, because I will have to pay for it. And I also don't want to just replace the light bulbs, because first of all, these are some fancy light bulbs, fancy in terms of looks, in terms of shape and everything. So there isn't a lot of choice for light bulbs like that. And also, those light bulbs were more expensive than the lamps themselves. So, yeah, I definitely don't want to just throw them away or not use them. It looks really like you are in older time in your older outfit, or with the white coat, or with the coat. Yeah, it would be nice if everything looked very old-timey in here. I need more tools now for this wall. Also in here, I was thinking that maybe I will do some shelves in here, maybe even with drawers. But for that, I will need some more wood, any wood, because I don't have any wood apart from maybe some pieces of construction lumber. As I said, those boxes are horrible. Someone designed them for users or for electricians to stab themselves. Okay, no stabbing this time. Maybe I can unscrew that for now. And then it needs to go on the same level with this other lamp. This is 67.5. And then somewhere in here.
67.5 on this side. Also 67.5.
Okay. Hopefully this ends up straight. It seems a bit better, like the entire wall. The wall is a bit too big for all of the tools. Not a lot going on. I will definitely need to do some kind of storage over here quite quickly. Quite soon.
And now those. And I don't have more cables, or especially more connectors, Vago connectors, for connecting also this one. Well, maybe I could figure something out, because it would be quite nice to see both of them lit. How do they look like together? This one is also not straight, and this one doesn't seem to move this way. A bit. Maybe they are not supposed to move this way, and it's just glue giving out. Okay. I think this is the same on both. Yeah, looks like the angle is the same. So yeah, that would be for the lamps. That would be it. If there was no reasonably cheap solution for dealing with those light bulbs, solving the flicker problem with those light bulbs, then I guess I could get incandescent light bulbs, find some kind of fancy incandescent light bulbs, but that would make this area, both of these areas, quite hot. I don't think it would be very comfortable. They are quite close, so yeah, I don't know the solution right now yet. Is this level? Where is my level? Oh, that's in here. I thought that I put it away over on the other side. Roughly. Okay, so do I want all of my other planes, all of the molding planes and other stuff like that, above the lights? Because then they would probably pretty much always be outside the frame.
maybe I could put them over here. Like maybe on this level, maybe 2 levels, I don't know yet. And I also don't have materials right now for that. So yeah, I guess that would be everything. Well, I could still deal with the drill holder, but actually I don't know how I want to attach it to this wall. And also there is an issue that this drill is quite ugly because it's orange. It's it's very bright color in general. When it's in here, you can maybe in an angle, you can pretty easily notice that drill. All of the other tools are quite muted, like and they are not in any kind of bright colors. Even this is boxwood, I believe. So it is kind of orange, but it's much calmer orange. It's not an aggressive orange. You need to tie that color, like a necktie. I don't wear ties in the workshop, so that would be a problem. If I were to wear a tie in the workshop, I would also need to wear a collar, and I don't really want to wear a collar in the workshop. It would be, I think, quite inconvenient. They are not uncomfortable to like just walk around, but when I'm bending so much, like I'm bending down, and especially when I'm bending like sideways like that, I think it would be quite uncomfortable to work with a collar. So yeah, no ties, unless some different kind of tie. And also, I don't want a tie that color. That would be an ugly tie. It would be the same problem as with the wall, that it would like get all of the attention, steal away the attention from everything else, from all other pieces of garment. So yeah, because it's so bright, I don't think I actually want the drill in here. I could probably put it away somewhere in here, somewhere out of sight, somehow. I'm not yet sure how. Or maybe over there. I think for now it's fine. Okay. I would like to see how that would look like.
this. This seems fairly good. Okay, so I will try to connect both of them. One screw into her. Too great. I already hate those connectors. Maybe the cables need to be a bit shorter. Okay, maybe. Now the rest. And I also have to shorten them. And the last one. I will definitely eventually replace them with some better connectors, some viral connectors preferably, because I don't feel very good about this. That doesn't seem very secure. Especially that last one. Again. Okay, one is done. Now the other side of the cable. Somewhere in here. Actually, I have a knife in here. I know. So I'm just pressing the outer insulation a bit with the knife. To create a starting point for the split. And now I can bend it. And it should start opening up by itself. Maybe a bit more. I can put it in here right away. And shorten this a bit.
one is ready. Now here.
Unscrew the screws.
Actually, I can unscrew the entire lamp. That would be more convenient. Oh! I didn't expect that. I don't think it really matters that much because it's connected, it's grounded to this thing anyway. But still, that's quite non-ideal. Okay. What was I doing? This I was doing. This is neutral, this is neutral. And this one is ready.
now they are both wired. Next thing I can do is remove the insulation from here. Somewhere in here. And now I can connect all of them. That's one. That's two. And now this one. And hopefully nothing explodes. Okay, looks quite nice. There is still flicker. Like, of course there is still flicker. I didn't do anything to eliminate it.
and I assume that this is wired correctly. Right. And in here also, because sometimes there is a risk that like in factory they were just wiring them randomly. I think the amount of flicker actually changes depending on what's in focus, maybe. Also, how does it look with the this lamp on off? Quite nice. And I will of course also have the additional light from the like from kind of this angle from in front of me. And also I am considering repainting this wall, getting rid of wallpaper and maybe also just painting it with the same color as this new wall, because it is a bit too bright. Okay, this is done. And I guess also moving the tool. How to get rid of light flicker on the camera. Flicker on video, how to stop it. AC power. Yeah, I know why it's flickering, but what can I do with it? Most common frequencies are 50 and 60 Hz. Yeah, sure. How to stop, remove it. Change shutter speed. So I do actually want the shutter speed to be in sync with the light. So it would be like 200 or 100. There is no 150. 100. How does this look like? Okay, looks like they are not flickering. Now I would have to adjust this. Maybe like that. Okay, it is better. I guess it does make sense that you want the shutter speed and the main frequency to be in sync, because then like the light gathering ends up on the same point of the sine wave each time. Familiar with shutter speed setting in modify frame rate, reducing or increase your FP. I have to do something with those cables, they are annoying. Many motor camera capture video at 60 FPS, so you wouldn't really change it. Okay, so it would be better if I had 50 FPS, because right now I do have 60 FPS. And this is like this US standard. How are they called? Like NTSC and PAL standard. I do have it set to here PAL NTSC, I think. NTSC. Yeah, I do have my camera set to NTSC standard, and it is 60 FPS. I guess I could change it back to default PAL, which should, I think, give me option for setting the camera to 50 FPS, but I don't know how that works with outputting the footage. If there the footage and the live feed into like surfaces, if Twitch wouldn't have a problem with that, I'm not sure. Like, I assume it would work, but I don't know if there are no disadvantages at all to having to set it 50. Okay, so I think that mostly fixes the problem. I don't know if it's completely perfect, if there is no flicker at all. Looks like there is no flicker, I think. So yeah, maybe I can leave it like that. And then off stream I probably will want to change the camera settings to 50 FPS instead of 60. Okay, anything else? Yeah. Okay, I think that will be it for today. I don't really have anything else to do. I want to be moving the molding planes and different kind of specialty planes. Actually, now I think about it, maybe I will put them in here, because in here it could be quite problematic, I think. Well, this okay, maybe it wouldn't be that problematic. I'm looking at the distance between my stretched this hand and my elbow, because you know, when I'm sewing something, I don't want to hit the wall. And if I'm gonna have something on this wall, I also don't want to hit like whatever shelves or anything else. Yeah, I think this will be fine. And I can probably just move the camera a tiny bit more if I have to. What would be the biggest distance? Like right now, it's pretty much right against the wall. And like this, you can see my entire workbench and the lights. And I'm not cut off. Okay, I think that will be fine. Oh, like everything, this kind of arrangement I think will be fine. This kind of positioning. Okay. So again, I was saying that that will be it for today. I don't have any other works on the setup, this entire setup in the immediate future. And tomorrow I will be making a light stand for the new studio light that I bought. And yeah, hopefully I will also finish that tomorrow. And then on Saturday I won't be streaming because we are gonna have guests. And then on Sunday, oh right, I want to fix up and clean up the sconces for that I bought recently for the newly renovated room. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow for light stand project. Bye.